Welcome to, yeah, you got it, December. It's that month. Can you believe it's December? Have you got your Christmas list done? Welcome to the Crossing King Garage.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Randy, and this is the Crossing Kin Garage, and you have just entered into Crossing Kin, where everybody's family.
And today we're returning to our favorite series, or at least one of our favorite
Yeah,
series
I
here on
think
the
it's my
channel.
favorite.
Let's recast it. And today we are hitting a classic Christmas musical, the beautiful version of A Christmas Carol known as Scrooge.
Now, you may not find this as familiar because it tends to get so, put on a back shelf in in um in all of the tales of A Christmas Carol.
Hmm.
Bill Murray's Scrooged,
The
the
Muppets.
Muppets Christmas Carol, Picard's Christmas Carol. It's I know it's not Picard. It's Jean Luc. It's not Jean Luc. It's thank you,
Stewart's.
Patrick Stewart. Sir
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart's version, which is wonderful. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
yes, it's a great
But this
version.
is a musical that came out in the 70s that I fell absolutely in love with. But it really, I mean, year after year after year, it really just didn't get picked back up after 4 or 5 years after its release.
If you're a fan of the Silver Dollar City Christmas Carol,
True.
a lot of the music from that, as well as a lot of the lines and stuff from that, are used in that version. So if you're in the Missouri, Arkansas general vicinity of Branson, Missouri, be sure you go to Silver Dollar City and check out that version.
You need to go to Silver Dollar City during Christmas time anyway.
It's completely
They're
worth it.
not a paid sponsor, by the way.
No, not sponsored.
We
We
would
just love
take
Silver
their
Dollar.
payment if they would like to.
Absolutely. We will
Hirsch and family,
100%.
you're welcome anytime in the Crossing
We
King
will
Garage.
100% love to do a commercial for Silver Dollar City if you guys were willing to sponsor us.
We love it up
But
there. It's our happy place, and it is absolutely charming at Christmas time.
however, we are
Crowded.
not doing a Silver Dollar City
No.
commercial today. We are talking about Scrooge. And something very interesting about Scrooge, its soundtrack must be incredibly rare because for the last 2 years, 2 years, maybe three, I have wanted to get you the soundtrack for Christmas. It is over $100 for the vinyl.
Wow.
It is over $100 for the Scrooge vinyl.
That goes to what I was saying before, Kristen, is it as much as we love it as a Christmas musical and rendition of A Christmas Carol, it just didn't light things up like
Just
some of them.
sad. This is amazing music, and it's
Amazing
a
music.
wonderful take on the story. It's
Absolutely.
a rather intense take on the story because part of it has to get edited out when it's played on TV because you didn't realize there was a section where Scrooge goes to hell.
I did not until we actually got the DVD. I spent probably 35, 40 years not realizing that the edited television version is
It
is
cut out the Scrooge goes to hell part.
well, with it's kind of spooky.
It's a little
We could have
intense.
included that on Spooky Month back in October.
We
Just that one scene.
we did talk about the
That's
ghosts of
true.
Christmas.
That is
We
true.
did
That is true.
so. I mean, hard above our heads, I guess.
Well, neat segue. Did you see what I did there?
Well
Yeah.
done. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you. But for those of you who have young children, it might be a little bit intense.
Maybe watch the edited version.
Maybe
Maybe
watch.
catch it on television and watch the edited version with them.
I'm not sure you'd
Skip that
catch it
part.
on
It's on
television.
TV. That's what's so hilarious.
Really?
Toby plays it every year.
Okay, that's my mistake. I didn't
TMC
realize that.
plays it every year, but it's the edited version.
Yeah.
Even though
Okay.
they don't have to edit for commercials on Turner Classic, they play the edited version.
They play the.
I don't know what's up with that.
Well, they don't want to see Scrooge go to hell, I guess. So.
Do we by the end of
Well,
the
by
movie?
the end of the film.
But anyway, we've got
First-
quite the cast to get through.
I'm sorry. Before you do,
Go right ahead.
highly recommend reading Charles Dickens'
Yes.
original story. I mean, original stories always are the best way to get introduced. If you've never read A Christmas Carol, we highly recommend it.
If you're not a big reader and don't have the physical book, get it on Audible. Sir Patrick Stewart does a version of it. I've got it on my list. It's what I'm going to be listening to during this December month.
Very good. Now, this, again, is, I want to say it's 1974?
Somewhere in there,
Yeah,
yeah.
1974 musical version of A Christmas Carol.
Entitled Scrooge. And
Entitled
the characters we are going to be recasting are Scrooge, Bob Cratchit, his nephew Harry, Jacob Marley, the Ghost of Christmas Past, the Ghost of Christmas Present, Mr. Fezziwig, and Tom Jenkins.
Yeah, because the Ghost of Christmas Future just has to stand there with a sieve.
Yeah, it's just a guy in a cloak. So, and honestly, Marley kind of takes over once we get into the Scrooge Goes to Hell
True
bit.
that. True
So,
that.
Future doesn't really need a recasting, so we're just rolling along with those guys.
Got it.
So, would you like to go first, or shall I?
Let's talk a little bit about who played.
I've got
So
that
you
list.
got that ready to go.
So let's start with Scrooge, and he was played by Albert Finney. I'm sorry, he was miscast. He walks around with his face just scrunched up like this, and he cannot sing.
Okay. I mean, that was his interpretation of Scrooge.
Yeah,
I
but
get it.
there are two ways to play Scrooge. People who walk around with just the perma frown, and then people who actually understand what Scrooge is.
Can we talk about Albert Finney for
Please
a moment?
do.
Skyfall.
Let's forget he's in
Yeah.
Skyfall. Is he caretaker?
He's the caretaker of Skyfall in Skyfall.
So he's the only one that really knows James.
He's the only one who really knows James Bond. If you're James Bond, and you know we are, here in the Crossing Kids Garage, we like records, books, music, James Bond. So in any iteration of that, Albert Finney is in the Daniel Craig film Skyfall, which we feel like is the best of the Daniel Craig films. He plays the caretaker of the titled estate Skyfall, which plays into James Bond's past. So go see that film if you want to see Albert Finney. Not all.
Finney is a good actor. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel he was the best cast for Scrooge.
He was cast in this probably because he had just come off, and I can't remember the name of the movie now. All of a sudden, he just came out of this Oscar bait type film that got many accolades, and he was a hot commodity at the time.
Doubt it.
So,
I knew the name before I even saw Scrooge. Like I knew the name Albert Finney. He just can't sing, and this is a musical.
I agree.
That's what hurts.
I agree. It's like Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins.
Van Dyke can sing though,
but he can't pull off a British
No,
accent.
he absolutely cannot. But
we love you, Mr. Van Dyke. You are welcome also in the Crossing King Garage if you can get your 99-year-old body here.
Yes. We will happily
anytime
you here.
Yes.
We've got a rocking chair for you.
We have a rocking chair for me too. So
anyway, who is your Scrooge?
My Scrooge is Hugh Jackman. I mean, you just yeah. I mean, Kristen's like, okay, if it's a British person who needs to sing, your go-to is Hugh Jackman.
Except he's Australian.
It is. Well, I mean, yes, he's Australian. And you know, I have to look at my list. Zac Efron does not show up on my list in this one.
Because you
So
have no need of a pretty boy.
I have no need of a pretty boy. So Hugh Jackman, I think, could pull this off. He has musical abilities. I think he, other than in perhaps Les Mis, he probably hasn't had that role where he's just grumpy. Wolverine to a certain extent. I mean, he just needs to channel his best Wolverine, maybe for Scrooge. You know, I mean, he just goes along and all of a sudden, no. Sorry. I like Hugh Jackman for the role. I think he would do an exquisite job. He's got the vocal chops to do it. He's got the look, and he's aging to the point he's getting old enough. I shouldn't say aging. But
he wouldn't have to wear as much makeup.
He wouldn't have to do prosthetics or any of that other kind of stuff. Hugh Jackman's my pick. Who you got?
I've got Benedict Cumberbatch.
Also, that is a phenomenal. I told you when we were doing the pre-op for this. That's great.
He is also of an age now where maybe just put the gray in his hair and a couple of little wrinkles, but he's done that kind of makeup for stuff before. He did it in Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
For his character in that.
Would we do mutton chops?
Probably.
I think that's Albert Finney rocked the mutton chops, and
but
Hugh Jackman can.
I know he has some singing chops, but again, Scrooge's stuff is not overly complicated, and I think it was written specifically because Albert Finney
could not sing,
limited vocal range. Yeah. So the music is not complicated. So if he can carry a slight tune, he'll be golden.
Let's face it, most of Albert Finney's musical stuff was spoken.
Sing talk.
Yeah, it was sing talk.
So and also Benedict is classically trained on the British stage. So he knows how to play this kind of role specifically. He may have even done a version of the Christmas Carol on stage. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
certain.
he wouldn't be
But
channeling Patrick Stewart by
he's
any
worked
stretch.
with Patrick
Right,
Stewart, I
right.
think. So he knows exactly what to bring to the role. I think he would knock it out of the park.
I like yours better than mine. Although I think Hugh Jackman would do a good
He
job.
would do
He would
fine,
do
but
just.
he
But we're at Crossing Kin. We don't just do fine. We want to knock it out of the park.
All right, up next.
We did not qualify. The fact we don't want this movie to be remade
Oh,
in its original. Even with Scrooge Going to Hell, in its original production, it is absolutely exquisite. We think
even with Albert Finney's again limited vocal
it is.
abilities, it's charm.
It's dark, and it's supposed to be a dark
It's a
story.
Christmas ghost story.
It is a
It's
Christmas ghost
supposed to
story.
be.
Again, if you'll go back and read the original
It's what Charles
short
Dickens
story,
intended.
absolutely. Just it is. We don't wish for this to be
Never ever.
remade.
Shall we continue?
Moving right along.
Up next, we have Bob Cratchit, as played by David Hollings. I do not know this actor at all, but he did Cratchit very, very well.
He did a very good Cratchit. And I mean, if you go through all of the movie versions of A Christmas Carol, Cratchit is that sympathetic character who some of the people who played him have been better than others.
Notice how in like all the animated and the Muppet version, the lead character of those franchises aren't the ones playing Scrooge. They're playing Cratchit because they want their leads. Kermit plays Cratchit, Mickey plays Cratchit. Like it's that's the way of things. They make their powerhouse franchise characters play Cratchit. So
Like,
you know Cratchit's the character that everybody wants to be.
I will say in the Henry Winkler version of
Mhm.
I think it was called An American Christmas
Yeah,
Carol. The guy who played Cratchit, he just wasn't very enduring.
endearing.
Yeah, just wasn't very enduring.
And that's the thing. Cratchit does need to be endearing. He needs to be sympathetic. He's got a wife, kids, one sick kid, and he has nothing. Like, and yet he's still optimistic. In this version, like one of his things is he's taking Tiny Tim to church. Like he's still keeping his faith, even though he's got nothing.
Right. And it is one of those things that the character in and of itself is extremely endearing.
Hmm.
So you need a character actor to come along and really, really make that.
Who
You
you
know,
got?
I have Noah Wiley.
I legit love that
I think
casting.
Noah Wiley has, between his work on ER when he was a young actor, we love him in The Librarians. We
Mhm.
also love him in
Leverage.
Leverage Redemption. Uh, and you say that he's exquisite. Just
He's
won the
2 Emmys.
Emmys for The
The
Pit.
Pit.
Yeah, The Pit.
I've only seen a couple episodes so far, but his part of it, he's still Noah Wiley. He's still a very endearing character. The couple episodes I've seen, he's very kind
In
to
The
the
Pit.
people in the pit. He's very kind to the people he needs to be kind to, and then his characters in Leverage Redemptions and Librarians. It's so sweet. I love Noah as this. The only concern, he ain't British, and I don't know how his British accent is.
That's a very valuable. Yeah, that's valuable. That's
Valid.
valid. I will, however, say I think he would what we were talking about before. Take this character and make it very memorable.
Yeah. And
Maybe memorable for trying to butcher a British
well,
accent,
knowing
but
Noah, he would actually try to like he'd work with a dialect coach and try
oh,
to
certainly, certainly
nail his accent.
couldn't be that much worse than Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins.
Okay, stop being mean to Mr. Van Dyke.
I'm not being
All right.
mean.
May I?
Absolutely, please.
I
Your Cratchit.
I have Yoan Grufford.
Okay.
I wanted to very badly to repair Benedict and Noah because they had such a good dynamic on Amazing Grace. But
Mhm.
also Yoan, he's got a great singing voice, and Cratchit has the first song. He sang in Amazing Grace.
No, it wasn't in Amazing.
Yoan.
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 Okay.
Mine.
Here.
Yoan Gruffin.
Okay, gotcha.
Yoan
Okay.
was in Amazing Grace. Did I say
I thought you did. Yes.
Noah? Yoan.
Yoan.
If I said Noah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yoan sang in Amazing Grace. He also sang in that horrible, awful, miserable movie we watched, Buttons. But
Yeah, it was bad.
that was a terrible movie. But Yoan was wonderful. He often plays very endearing characters. I've only seen him play a schmuck a couple of times. His endearings outweigh his schmucks.
We want to recommend while we're here with Yoan Grufford the television show forever.
Mhm.
It was a phenomenal one season television show that'll show you some of the things that we've talked about. I'm not sure if you can even stream it,
No, you
Kristen.
have to find it on DVD because it's
Yeah,
not available to stream anywhere that I know of. So if you know where to stream forever, please put it down in the comments below.
absolutely.
But Yon, I've loved him since 102 Dalmatians, and I know he can sing, I know he can play endearing, and he's also old enough to where he could have the mess of kids. So I think it would be very sweet. Also, again, it repairs him with Benedict, and they played so well off of each other in Amazing Grace. I think they play well off of each
He
other
was
here.
absolutely perfect in Elspeth too.
I liked him in his one. I
Yes.
hope they bring him back for
Yeah,
Elspeth.
absolutely. I do too. Okay, moving right along.
Next, okay, so this one is weird. I double checked IMDb. This is Scrooge's nephew. In every other iteration of a Christmas carol, this character's name is Fred. For whatever reason, his name is Harry here. So his name is Harry now. But he was played
Harry/Fred.
Harry/Fred. He was played by Michael Medwin. Again, I've never heard of this actor, but he did a good job with the little bit that he got. He's Scrooge's last connection to the one member of his family he genuinely loved, which was his sister Fan.
I think that's right.
Yeah, Fan.
Which is that relationship's delved into more in the book, I think,
Yeah.
than it ever is fleshed out in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the movies just don't have time.
Right.
They've got to get into the ghosts and stuff
Mhm.
to get the rest of the story going. So
Right.
we don't have time to flesh out Harry Fred as a character. So sorry, it's just he's called Fred.
Who you got for Harry Fred?
Me?
Yes.
I've got Tom Hiddleston. I
Okay.
want Tom Hiddleston so badly to play a sweet, kind, lovable character. And again, I think he's young. I'm fairly confident he's younger than Benedict. Um, if he's not, well, Scrooge was the younger sibling to his sister,
Mhm.
so there may not be too much of an age difference
That's a
between
good
him and
casting.
his nephew. I know that Tom Hiddleston can play sincere, and that's what Harry is. He
We
just
saw
wants
some of that in the second season of
Yeah.
Loki. I mean, we
we've
really
we've
did.
seen a lot of it throughout the MCU
Right,
during the
right.
little glimpses of goodness Loki has. But I think he and Benedict would have a really good dynamic. They've worked together before.
Mhm.
I think that he would bring a bit more to the character, like a bit more meat, maybe even bring through some of that, hey, you are my last living relative, dude, and I want to take care of you because, we're family and I do love you. That Fred is. Like, even when they're playing that game in the Ghost of Christmas Present section and they make the joke about Uncle Scrooge, he's still like, look, yeah, he's a miserable old goat, but he's my miserable old goat, and
Right.
I want him to be part of my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Tom Hiddleston would be very good as Harry Fred.
I agree. I agree that Tom Hiddleston would be very good. But I also wonder, okay, mine is more of a let's ponder this particular idea.
Who are we pondering on?
Aaron
Daddy?
Taylor Johnson, my James Bond. I mean,
I
I want him
actually
for
got to hit.
Bond so bad.
I got
it's
to
not
him
even
first
funny.
when we talked about the Bond casting.
You did. You did.
I laid claim to him, but you
Without doubt.
since took that.
Aaron
and run
Taylor
with it.
Johnson, I think, is James Bond. Hey, Amazon, you
Find
need
out.
to get with this, okay? People are beginning to lose interest unless they're diehard James Bond fans. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Why do you want him for Harry Fred?
I think this would be such a different role for him that it would
would.
show his
Gentleness.
his poignancy to a
Mhm.
certain extent. I think it's such a difference from his action figure type role, the roles that we've seen him in
Mhm.
anyway, from Bullet Train to
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver in the MCU. But he should also play Harry Fred.
All right. Up next, we have Jacob Marley as played by Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness.
Yeah, someone we know.
May the force be with you.
Bless his heart, he hated the fact that he was known for Obi-Wan.
Well, and this came out before Star Wars.
Yes, it did.
This
He's
came out.
unrecognizable.
He is unrecognizable in this. He is absolutely, and he doesn't have a very big role. I mean,
Marley.
He's Marley, and he doesn't show up, and he's ghostly, and he's tied down by chains, and it's just
he does have a song, I think, because there's a whole
yes,
bit
and
with
they
them
edited
flying
that
around
in the
with
TV
ghosts.
version too. So
Ghosts, they must scare the editors.
yeah, they must. I don't know, but anyway, brilliantly played by Sir Alec Guinness.
Mhm.
Before Star Wars, and it was the very first thing I'd ever seen him in. I'm sorry. I saw him in Star Wars, and then I was like, that's got Alec Guinness in it. Watch that, and then never
And
remembered
again,
seeing him, kind of thing.
he's the guide in the Scrooge Goes to Hell portion, and he is reveling in the Scrooge Goes to Hell
It
portion.
it is it is a very very
It's
dramatic.
very
It's a
strange.
heavy, yeah, very strange.
It's very strange. Well, the simple fact that he's reveling in it, because I thought the whole purpose of him coming to Scrooge was so that you will not endure this, and yet he's having fun seeing Scrooge in hell. Like,
Well, I just
this is a very strange dichotomy here, Jacob.
but
But anyway, who is your Marley?
Daniel Craig.
Ugh,
I don't like him.
I don't
I
either.
didn't like him as Bond. But you're not supposed to really like Jacob Marley.
Mm,
And I think Daniel Craig could play this based on his Bond, and that's why I picked him. Was based on his Bond that just is most of the time. I think he would do a good job as Jacob Marley, and I could also see him being a skinflint.
on the flip side of that, I think he could also play more of the devilishly manic part of Marley that's
Without,
in
yeah,
this,
yeah,
because
Tomb
of
Raider.
his no, because of his Kentucky Fried Detective
Oh
dude
yeah,
in
and
Knives
Knives Out.
Out.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
away the Kentucky Fried
yeah,
accent,
yeah,
and that's that character.
yeah. That's a very valid point.
So
I
I don't
think
remember that character's name. We've only seen the movie once, but
Beauregard or something like that.
no,
So
I don't remember. I
it,
don't care.
I thought it was a good.
It was
The
it was
first
a
one was
fine
good,
it was fine, but whatever.
but we
We didn't
digress.
love it. Anyway,
You're Marley.
my Marley's Jude Law. I
I,
can see
I
him.
like your Marley better than.
I love Jude Law as an actor, from his role in Sherlock Holmes to his most recent work in Skeleton Crew. I even like him in The Holiday with Jack Black, but I think he could. I know he can play this role. I know that this is a role he can play. Probably while sleepwalking if he tried.
More than likely,
But
I totally concur.
he's a very good actor. He can play. He's got the rat grin down, and that's one of the reasons I think he can
And
play.
as we saw in Skeleton Crew, he can be menacing.
Yes. Yes. So I 1000% think Jude Law would be excellent as Marley.
Good. I like yours better than mine.
Next, we have the Ghost of Christmas Past. She was played by Edith Evans in this version. In this version of A Christmas Carol, the Ghost of Christmas Past is not a ghostly flaming spirit, nor is it Jiminy Cricket. It is an elderly woman in a lovely red dress.
She's very, 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 very demure. She's very stately.
But she also has this look, like this little side eye that she
Yeah.
gives Scrooge constantly that just makes her a joy.
And I based my casting more or less off
The
the
vibes.
vibe from Silver Dollar City. I have to confess, mine is not stately. Mine is more, kind of,
Dollar City, the Ghost of Christmas Present is the fairy. They
yeah.
turned the more jolly guy into the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Okay, well,
But anyway, you're vibing off of the fairy lady.
I am vibing off of that. Bernadette Peters is mine. I think she could play classy and stately. I think she could too. But it's been such a very, very long time since I've seen her. And I know she could do a British
She
accent
was in
too.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Okay.
That was the last time we saw her in anything. But I love Bernadette Peters. I love her.
Yeah.
She was the witch in the original Broadway cast of Into the Woods.
And she's been on Broadway.
Forever.
She's been on Broadway forever. She's done musicals forever.
Mm-hmm.
She really hasn't made a name for herself on television or movies. I mean, she's had a couple of hits, but just as secondary characters, supporting characters, never just. She was in The Jerk with Steve Martin, and that was one of the biggest things.
She was also in Pennies from Heaven with Steve Martin.
Okay. Yeah,
they didn't get her sing. They made her lip sync everything. It was terrible.
Which is terrible. But Bernadette Peters is my Ghost of Christmas Past.
I like that, but I think I like mine better. And I actually literally, before we started filming, changed my pick.
Really?
Yes. I love who I had originally, but I think this lady could do it just that little bit better.
Throw out all the pre-production.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, but my Ghost of Christmas Past is Hannah Waddingham. She is probably best known for playing
Rebecca
Rebecca on Ted Lasso. She was also in Mission Impossible this past year. She was the commander, captain, whatever,
on the aircraft
on
carrier.
the aircraft
Yeah.
carrier, trying her best to hide her British accent. But I love her as an actress, like full stop. She is an amazing actress. She was also in The Fall Guy. The Fall Guy.
Was she the bad lady?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
she was
okay,
she
gotcha.
was a brown wig.
That actually wasn't too bad of a film. I
Wasn't.
mean, it's
It was
not a great
ridiculous,
film,
but it was
but it's
fun.
not. It was a fun
And she
movie.
was so much fun in it.
Yes,
But
she
she
was.
has that stately,
Yeah,
demure presence.
especially in Ted Lasso.
But
I
she
mean, yeah.
has that bombastic side eye too, and her voice. You mercifully have seen the episode where she
Yes,
sings.
yes,
So her voice is just mwah. The
yes.
little bit she gets to sing, she would own it. Her presence, she would own it. I can 1000% see her just dressing Scrooge down with nothing more than a look, and it would be beautiful.
It would be classic.
It would be
very.
lovely. Hannah
Yeah,
Waddingham, that's my ghost of
I
Christmas
like
past.
it. I like it a lot.
Next, we have the Ghost of Christmas Present, played by Kenneth Moore.
This guy was.
He makes the movie.
I agree, Kristen. This guy.
I like life.
That is the absolute best song, and I don't know what they're drinking, but it was some potent stuff because it was. I think this is the pinnacle of the film. I get Scrooge's redemption and everything like that, but I think he steals the show.
It's part of the movie.
He steals the show.
He's
He
also
just
the one that gets a lot more of the dramatic stuff because, he's the one with those two kids and, famine and whatever. And then he's also the one that shows us that Tiny Tim is sick. Like, he's the one that shows us human empathy.
yeah. I like life. Life
Life
likes
likes
me. I make life a perpetual spree.
Maybe you should play him.
I don't know. I
All
love the song. It's such a good,
bit too.
such
Don't
a
get me
good
wrong.
moment.
I'm excited about mine, so I'll go
Okay.
ahead and do mine. I've cast Nick Frost. A lot of people only know him from the Cornetto trilogy with Simon Pegg, the Hot Fuzz, and
Mm.
all that. He's the guy. He was the voice of SM-33 on the Skeleton Crew.
Okay.
Smee, for those
Okay.
of you who caught that. He was also in the most recent, the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. He played Gobber. He's about to play Hagrid in the new Harry Potter
Wow.
series.
Okay. Cool.
For HBO Max or HBO, whatever
Yeah,
they're
you're
calling
right.
themselves these days. But him playing Hagrid is part of the reason I want him to play this. But also, he's just, for want of a better term, he's British Jack Black.
Yeah.
He's big and happy and just so full of life. I think he can sing, but even if he can't, this is one of those more talk singy. His I Like Life song is more of a talk singy song. So I think he would be able to pull it off really, really well.
Is he a baritone or a tenor?
I think he's a tenor. He talks more in a high register.
He needs to be a baritone.
Well,
it needs to,
well,
lower vocal
ain't
range.
never heard of no acting. He can talk lower.
I'm just saying the vocal range for this particular song needs to be bass or baritone.
I've never
I mean,
heard
just
him
to
sing, so I'm not certain.
just to pull off the validity of the character.
Santa Claus of him.
I mean, that's what I thought originally. I was like, dude, when did Santa Claus show up in A Christmas Carol? You know, that kind of thing. So I like mine better, but basically because I don't know your actor very well. And Robbie, what was Robbie who played Hagrid?
Oh, Coltrane?
Yes, Robbie Coltrane. Robbie Coltrane would have been perfect in this
He
role.
would have. I would have.
Robbie Coltrane would have been perfect.
And I miss that actor
Yes,
so much.
so much. Yeah, he was in Bond and Harry Potter. So, Robbie Coltrane, salute. But in mine, I think he can pull off a British accent because he's just kind of able to do everything. And he sings.
He does.
He does sing. Peaches, peaches,
Stop it.
peaches, peaches, peaches. Jack Black is mine.
I called Nick Frost the British Jack Black.
Yeah, it's very funny that you called him because I want the original Jack Black, the actual Jack Black, because
Jack Black could do this.
I think he would just explode with this role.
What's fun is that in The Holiday, he proved that he could go more understated, so he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be. School of Rock Jack Black.
Right.
He can tone it just a little bit.
This one needs to be somewhere between School of Rock and The Holiday.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, not quite so much High Fidelity, but just and certainly not Mario
Not
Brothers.
Jumanji.
Not Jumanji either.
Just
No.
somewhere between School of Rock
Yeah, I
and
like
The
that.
Holiday.
Yeah, school. Yeah, see,
That'd
we're
be
falling
a
into.
good niche.
I think if we were to do an underrated, overrated, Jack Black would have to be one of those underrated
I
actors.
agree.
I just think that
And
he
I think he
is.
would be great for the Ghost of Christmas
I
Present.
think he would rock. See what I did there? Rock this one,
We might have to put him on stilts though, because the Ghost of Christmas Present is like way up here,
dude.
and
Yeah, I
Jack
mean, don't
Black
think
is
for a
right
second they didn't
here.
have things in
Oh yeah,
front of him. So
I'm now I'm picturing Jack Black on stilts, and that's an amazing image.
yeah, two characters left.
All right, up next we have Mr. Fezziwig, as
This
played by Lawrence Naismith.
uh,
I don't know the actor, but Mr. Fezziwig is such a wonderful
You
character.
know, other than Cratchit, Mr. Fezziwig is probably the most likable
Yes,
other character in the
and
entire.
he's in
You
one
know,
scene.
Harry Fred maybe, yeah, he's sympathetic because he's related to Scrooge, but Mr. Fezziwig really goes out of his way to be a mentor
Uh-huh.
and something that Scrooge should have been to Cratchit,
Yep.
and it just shows the dichotomy of that, or the ironicness, if you
Yeah.
will, of
Scrooge fell in with Marley and then lost all of his Fezziwig
and exactly, he is
influence.
absolutely. By when we first meet him, he is absolutely not Mr. Fezziwig, and chances are he would have never been Mr. Fezziwig. But
The
this is
Fezziwigs are such a
just
wonderful pairing, and
it is a
I
wonderful,
love him.
absolutely a great character
All right,
in the story.
who be your Fezziwig?
I have William H. Macy. I think William H. Macy has had all of these serious roles and
It
all of
could be
these.
to see him like
I
this.
would love to see him in a more comedic type, fun role. This really isn't comedic by
I've
any
never
stretch.
seen
It's just,
any of his work. I know he was in Shameless, but I've never seen
I think that's
anything
a
on that.
very dark
I
television
think it
show.
is
So,
too.
yeah, but I think William H. Macy could pull this off. I
I
love
think
him as an actor, even though Sahara is probably one of the only
I've seen him in
things.
ER. He was in
Oh,
a
that's
few
right.
of the
He was
first
an
because
ER.
he was the administrator.
Yep,
He was
yep.
the hospital
You're right. You're
administrator. He
right.
was in the first few seasons of
Yep,
ER.
I forgot about that. So
Um,
William H. Macy is my Mr. Fezziwig, just because I want to see him stretch, and I want to see if he can pull off a British accent.
I man, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
He's always going to be the admiral to me.
always the
But
Admiral in Sahara.
all right. So mine, I'm pulling from Ted Lasso again,
I
but
feel like we need a Panama.
I love this actor so much. I have cast Jeremy Swift. He is best known for Higgins on.
Wow. Yes,
You like it?
I like that. That's
From Ted
good.
Lasso.
Yeah.
He was also in Mary Poppins Returns as one of the Bank Stooges. He doesn't sing very much, but he does sing a little, and the little he sings, I can hear he would be able to pull off December the 25th.
I think that's a good casting. I think that's
Cute.
good. I really would like to see mine
Yeah.
just because of the stretching type thing, but
Yeah.
I think yours is a natural just rock into
Yeah. And he's
the
also
role.
so he doesn't have to worry about the faking of the accent.
Very good. Yeah.
He's a very lovable, endearing character in Ted Lasso, and from what I've seen, he's very much the same way in real life, so I think it would be a lot of fun. All right. Last character. We have Tom Jenkins as played by Anton Rogers. The only reason we are casting this character is because my favorite song is sung by him.
He has
Thank
the
you
best.
very much.
He has the absolute
very much.
best song in this thing.
It's
It really
a dark
is.
comedy song
It
though,
is.
because
It
they're
is.
cheering for a funeral.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is. I hadn't considered it that way, but thank you for that pondering perspective.
Yep.
But you're right. I mean, it is actually number one with I Like Life being number two.
Mhm.
I Like Life could beat it just because it's a more positive
I
song,
love
but
all this music.
all of
Though.
the music is good. All of this music.
But
If you
Thank
would
You Very
like,
Much is my favorite.
thank you very much. I agree. I agree. I went around after I saw this thing. I went around doing the dance. It was just and singing the song. It's just it is that song that you got to have the perfect person to play Tom,
Mm-hmm.
and you have because I got you beat on this one.
Do you know?
I do.
I have Tom Holland. Spider-Man.
I know who you're talking about.
He has done musicals before. That's where he got his start.
I didn't
He is a
realize that.
Yeah, he was in Billy Elliot. for the West End.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was in Billy Elliot for the
Have
West
you
End.
heard him sing?
Yes, it's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
He's got a great singing voice.
You know, he's one of the front runners for Bond too.
He's too young for Bond.
Mm,
Shush. Anyway,
it depends on what Amazon wants to do.
he looks too young for Bond.
I concur.
Anyway, he's also a really good dancer, and that is one of Tom's primary things because he's got to dance around on the coffin. He's also just a big personality, so he would be able to rally the townsfolk to join in with his very dark, cheerful parade. But I can also see him being like the timid, scared of Scrooge bits that he also has to do. I think he would be able to bring the nervous energy that he has with Peter Parker, as well as the exuberance that Tom Holland naturally has. So yeah, Tom Holland, he's my Tom. Who you got?
I like mine better.
I
And I think you're going to like mine better. However, my Tom comes from the room where it happened.
forgot that's who you cast.
Lin-Manuel Miranda as Tom.
He wouldn't be bad.
I think he would be sublime.
And he can do the British
He
because
can
he
do
was
the dancing.
in
He can
the
do the British. He can do Mary Poppins Returns.
yes, thank you.
He can do. He can certainly pull off the singing. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda would do.
I like
I
both of ours.
I like him. I like
like
mine a
yours
little
just
better
that
because
little.
I've heard Lin-Manuel Miranda sing.
Yeah.
I've not heard Tom Holland sing. He is British, so I mean that bodes well. And I agree with you on all of the acting uh, credentials that
Yeah.
you mentioned. I firmly agree because we've seen some of that in some of that palmness in Spider-Man, and it'll be curious to see what the next Spider-Man movie looks like with him too, because
He would not be bad though.
I think he would be perfect, honestly. But that's kind of
I
typecasting
have
on my part. I
I'm a
suspect.
little worried about him doing the high kicks because he honestly doesn't do as much dancing as it looks like he does in Mary Poppins Returns. He does some, don't get me wrong, but he's one of those actors that if he gets the opportunity, he will cheat out and do some. Again, I'm not knocking Lynn. He does the dancing he needs to do in all of his projects.
I just think
He just doesn't do-
personality-wise, he would pull off the character pretty well.
I'm not
Yeah.
denying that. He would
Yeah.
be great. I just like mine better.
Okay. Well, that's
There
very
you go.
good. Yeah, that's our. Please, first of all, go read Charles Dickens' A
Or
Christmas
listen to an
Carol,
audiobook version.
or listen to the audiobook version, the unabridged. Okay. Number two, find this movie somewhere. TNT, TBS. Maybe they stream it. Maybe American Movie Classics has it by now, or maybe Turner Classic Movies has it by now. Kristen's looking it up on IMDb to see who streams it. This movie, if you like
it was
musicals,
70, by the way.
1970. That explains a lot, a whole lot.
Blossom and Plex. I don't know what either of those things are, but that's
Plex
where
is
you can
a
stream them.
Plex is a kind of like a Fubo type thing.
Well,
but-
there's where you can stream it.
or look in the $5 bin at Walmart.
It's
if you still have
$3.99 on Amazon.
a DVD player. You can stream it at Amazon for $3.99. We could tell you this would be a good $4 for you to spend if you like Christmas, if you like musicals, and if you like the original source material, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
Please let us know how we did. Who would you have in? Like, some of these roles were legit hard to cast.
They were.
Me.
They absolutely were. Because this is a musical version as opposed to just a rendering of the Christmas Carol.
Yeah, so we needed to get singers, people with big personality, because that's what musicals are.
Sure.
But let us know who you would cast. Let us know if either of us completely missed the mark.
Let us know after you watch the movie if you liked it or not.
Let us know your favorite version of A Christmas Carol. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you know every time we upload.
Please tell your friends. Invite them to the Crossing King Garage. All we like to do is just talk about things that really don't matter a hill of beans to anybody but us. But we like to have fun. And it's an opportunity for me to spend time with my precious daughter.
So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from the Crossing King Garage. We've only got one more video left in the year, and that will be coming to you in 2 weeks.
Only got a few more days until Christmas!
So we will see you next time right here at Crossing Kin.
Where everyone is family.
And until then, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Randy.
We'll see you next time.
Later.